So it's officially 11 months yesterday. Yesterday will be my 11-month anniversary for joining the gym. So this will be my MMA update for 11 months. I went to class last night since the kids were away, and I realized like so many things just clicked in my head. I love Muay Thai. Super love Muay Thai. Like, love Muay Thai. I still kind of dislike jujitsu because it's hard. It's still hard. Very difficult. Extremely difficult. And I had been frustrated with myself and what I thought I was capable of versus what I'm actually capable of on both sides of that coin. Last night, I was doing Muay Thai. I didn't have a partner. One of the pros pawned off a young buck on me. Very nice guy. Maybe 15, maybe 16. Very young, very respectful. I think he was kind of bummed that he got pawned off on me. Still very sweet. And we were doing easy stuff, difficult stuff, easy stuff. So when we got to the difficult stuff, he noticed I was a little frustrated. I was kind of slowing down with what I had to think. You know, you could see the wheels turning in somebody else's head. That was me. And he was like, elbows in. And I'm like, I'm trying to remember 50 things at once. And he's like, that's why this is the most difficult sport in the world. He was like, you're never going to be perfect. He was like, but you have to start somewhere. I'm like, how did this genius thing come from this young boy's mouth? What just happened here? And I realized I'm not where I want to be, either in Muay Thai or in Jiu-Jitsu, but I'm on the road to being where I want to be, meaning I haven't given up. I have put in extra effort where I could. I still probably need twice as much effort into Jiu-Jitsu than I do into Muay Thai, because I've done other martial arts before. I know how to kick. I know how to punch. I still need to fix my stance with the shoulders up, because like who naturally does? It's still, my neck muscles still kill me some nights. Yesterday we did a lot of punching, so my shoulders were like super sore. So I still have a lot of tweaks to make, even though I am pretty darn good at Muay Thai. I am still flamingly terrible at Jiu-Jitsu. But upon seeing other people begin, I realize how far I've come. And that's exactly what everyone told me when I started was, you put the work in, you put the time in, you do the things that you can do, you work on the things that the basics, always work the basics, always work the basics. Don't be lackadaisical because you will be choked. Yeah, typically with your own clothes. But I haven't given up on Jiu-Jitsu. I secretly thought when I started that I would give up on Jiu-Jitsu and put all of my effort into Muay Thai because that's where I'm passionate about. That's what I love doing. But there is one Muay Thai class during the day, and there are only 2 at night, versus Jiu-Jitsu class, there's 2 in the morning and like a bajillion at night if I were to take them. And obviously, since I'm still doing day classes because I have the kids most of the time, I couldn't just do Muay Thai because I'd be bored to death. I can see that I'm past the plateau that I was at previously. I can see where I want to be in each sport. Better, duh. I'm starting to find my styles. I'm starting to understand the little things a lot more, as far as punching at the end of your reach, spacing between your opponents, whether it's Jiu-Jitsu or Muay Thai, the appreciation of just holding on to somebody in Jiu-Jitsu, the idea of closeness. I used to be very timid about grabbing somebody and pulling them towards me because it's kind of weird. Unless you're hugging a friend, you don't really do that unless it's an intimate act, I would assume. Maybe not, I pray, you know. My point being, I've become less shy about grabbing onto somebody, because if I'm holding on to somebody and pulling them down to me, they can't do much. Yeah, that was great. Love that realization. I went to the seminar last month, and I realized I didn't do an update last month. I went to the jiu-jitsu seminar last month, and I thought I was going to be lost. I was really scared because it was $100. And that's kind of a lot to me to do something frivolous as this is for me. But I learned a lot. I really did. And it was surprisingly simple stuff. Where to put your leg. Kind of like the physics of jiu-jitsu. It was really interesting. I had two very nice partners. Obviously, you know, thumbs up, hallelujah to you guys for your patience and tolerance, understanding, and explanations. You know, it's always a blessing to have someone that is a higher belt willing to help you out, especially when it's girls. Yeah, I still have no problem working with guys, rolling with guys, but if it's something where I already feel uncomfortable, it's the seminar, there were a lot of people there, like a lot, and it seemed to go on and on and on, because the teacher was so excited to teach, and we all really wanted lunch at like, I started getting hungry at like 11:30. We didn't break for lunch till like 1:30. It was, could hear people's stomachs growling. It was hysterical. Like, he's like, all right, after this, we're going to break for lunch. Okay, after this, we're going to break for lunch. I'm like, oh my God, dude, I'm so hungry. That was great. So I'm really looking forward to this month's seminar, which is Muay Thai seminar. And I'm super, super, super looking forward to this month. For a lot of different reasons, but you know, Muay Thai, so like, yay. So looking forward to that. That's next Saturday. The other thing that hit me like that was this week, I think Monday. One of the girls was, no, not even, somebody said something, and you know, somebody said everyone wants to be a fighter. And I realized that, of course, everyone wants to be a fighter. Why wouldn't you want to be a fighter? A lot of people brag that they're in training to be a fighter. You know, I'm not there yet. And I wanted to talk about that. I really wanted to talk about this because there are a lot of people that do one fight and then don't fight again. There are a lot of people that could fight that decide not to fight. There are people that do a few fights and then drop out, never to be heard from again. There are people that do one fight and really want to fight, can't, for whatever reason. And I want to talk about that. Everyone wants to be a fighter. Well, duh. Why? Because you want to be admired or respected, strong, talented. You know, you'd like to be revered on some sort of level. Well, the guys, at least. The people that really brag about it obviously want to be special. And I think on like a really, really basic level, we're talking Maslow's hierarchy here. And that's what I was like, oh my God, of course everyone wants to be a fighter. Not because, ooh, I'm tough, you know, well, a lot of them for that reason, but because the competitive part of it really is that you want to prove yourself, whether you're proving yourself to yourself or to someone else, or to the haters, or to, you know, whoever the enemy is at that point. Competition is fun. Some people thrive on that. I want to be better. Well, I need a reason to be better. So I might as well pick someone to be, you know, someone that I want to beat. So I have something to model my future self after, right? You want to be admired. Oh, yeah, duh. But I don't think that anyone has any concept of what actually being a fighter means. What do I mean by that? Where's my doodle pad? I don't even know if I can find my doodle pad. I'm so ill-prepared today. Sorry, guys. All right, here, hold on. Found my doodle pad. Being a fighter, okay? when you're talking about being a fighter, most people really are only thinking about the dude in the ring, okay? But you forget everything that went into 5 rounds with the dude in the ring. Most of your life is training. Seriously. The pro guys are in there every morning. Pro guys are in there every night. And I'm not talking for an hour class. I'm not talking for an hour class and then rolling half an hour. I am talking they are in there for hours at a time. Who wants to do that? Well, I actually have the time, and I'm not doing that. So that should tell you something. A big part of it is you need to find a fight. You have to find a fight. You have to find someone that will actually put you up into a fight. And we're talking promoters. We're talking sponsors. We're talking a lot. We're talking a tremendous time investment into just finding a fight, finding someone to sponsor you for a fight, finding someone to vouch for you to fight. Obviously, if you're training out of a gym like ours, who literally we churn out fighters, because that's what he specializes in, you're talking that part being a little bit easier. We're also talking about eating, diet. Why is diet important? Well, if you're a fighter, you're either trying to lose weight to hit a weight class, or you're trying to gain weight to hit a weight class. That means that you are monitoring every single calorie. In, out, water, alcohol. We're talking about pre-made meals. We're talking about nutritionists. We're talking about dietitians. And all of that costs money. Seriously. You think regular dieting is bad? No. I used to see these guys snort protein powder. I mean, the jugs that they carry around just to shake up their whatever the heck they're drinking is crazy. Like it is. And all the serious guys do that. Okay. Because you're literally a professional athlete at that point, or you're trying to be a professional athlete or an amateur athlete even. Okay. I mean, if you think about a pro football player, gets paid millions of dollars. You work for a few years and then you retire. Well, that professional athlete had to put in years and years and years as an amateur athlete before they even got to that point. Same thing here, except professional fighters don't make that much. Seriously, they don't. They don't. Which is ironic, considering how much more effort they put into things than it. Don't even get me started. Okay, so we've talked about training. We talked about actually finding a fight. We talked about eating and dieting. Well, there's like a bajillion other little things that you have to go into that. Like, we're talking equipment. We're talking time and energy. Really, because the investment in yourself is huge. Just like anyone that trains for running, like long distances, not even like short distances. If you're running 2 hours a day to train, and then you have to up that as you get closer to competitions, that's like 5 hours out of your day. And that's this. This is your day. You're training, you're eating, you're talking to people. You're also doing like media stuff. All of the guys that are amateurs trying to get their name out there, they're doing competitions. They're doing everything they can. All of that costs money. Not even forgetting the miscellaneous, which is travel expenses. You also have to sell tickets. You have to sell your own tickets. All of the guys that are in the big Shogun fight coming up on October 15th, come if you can. It's in the Baltimore Arena. They're selling tickets, literally. And if you sell all your tickets, you get like a bonus or something like that. And even that's like $100. So like literally there's no money. These guys are doing it because they're passionate. They want to do this. They feel like they have to do this. This is what they want to do. Yeah. But even just thinking of the time and the energy dedication, I literally could not put in the effort to be a fighter, even if I wanted it that bad. I don't have the time. I don't. Like, if the kids were older and I had a babysitter, maybe. I mean, I hear about a lot of women fighters that do have supportive partners and a tribe that support them. But most of these guys don't even have girlfriends because you don't have the time to invest in a relationship. You aren't investing in your career, basically. And all of that is an upfront investment. There's one gentleman, Rob Sullivan, who's an amazing fighter. And thankfully, he was able to make his jobs work for him. He coaches wrestling. He does stuff with kids. He works at like a bunch of schools and does wrestling and MMA stuff. I'm sure he does other things on the side. I'm like 90% sure it's like building stuff. Don't quote me on that. But like literally, he has jobs. And every morning, 10 a.m., well, 11 a.m., because that's when class leaves, he is there starting his fight workout routine. Seriously. And he stays at night. When I'm there at night, he's there the entire night working on things, taking classes, and then working the bags and taking classes, and then doing the weights, and then taking classes, and then getting in the ring and sparring with someone and working with someone. Like, it's non-stop. And I so admire that dedication, but you can keep it. Thank you. The other thing is money. I mean, literally, money. Because you're talking about, you really couldn't do this with a real 9-to-5 job. You couldn't. There's no way. A lot of the guys that do this work in the food service industry, which is great because normally that's at night. So you get, your bulk of your training in during the day. Like, you sleep late, you get in during the day, you go to work, and then when you have your nights off, you're at the gym. That's their life. It seriously is. And a lot of them pay to get the pre-made meals, so their nutritionists will talk to the people that make the pre-made meals, and you get your week's worth of meals, and if you're cutting, then that's probably perfect for them, because I don't know that I would measure out portions properly if I'm hungry but trying to lose weight. Yeah, again, dedication. They have pre-made meals. I mean, they're all, it's insane. Like, it's insane. But everyone wants to be a fighter until you figure out what that actually means. And you can go street fight all you want. Whatever. I'm sure somebody will take you up on fighting in the street. I'm sure. Go to a bar. Right? I'm sure someone will take you up on a street fight. That's great, but what does that prove? That you either got beat or didn't? When you're fighting in the level... And I don't even think any of those guys are pro. Nobody is paid to fight and train. Which why they all have several jobs. When you're fighting at the amateur level even, they are doing stuff constantly. There's the social media, Facebook invites, they're constantly posting about the upcoming fight, constantly posting about tickets, constantly posting about this, and then they have their athlete fan pages, so they're constantly talking to their athletes and really, building themselves a whole marketing thing. And dude, the time, the energy, I'm way too old for that. But I now have a supreme appreciation for the people that actually do that. And it makes you think, because a lot of these people are like, oh, he went down in the second round as a terrible fighter. Well, he might have been a terrible fighter against that opponent. Maybe that opponent just got lucky. In truth, he's probably a phenomenal opponent and phenomenal athlete. But we didn't get to see everything that went into that. Basically, yeah. I mean, really, yeah. We don't ever see behind the scenes for the most part. I've gotten to see behind the scenes for almost an entire year, and I see how hard these guys work, and it is crazy. Like, really. If I were 18 again, oh yeah, hardcore, I'd be in. Absolutely I would. Now, no thank you. I'd like to be the best that I can be, and I'd love to rock it out and show off in the gym. I love to spar as much as I can. Yes. But the chances of seeing me in a ring are very slim to none. Not only because I suck, but also because I don't have this. I don't have the energy. Even if, you know, health-wise I'm doing a lot better. I still have bad days, and you still have to train on bad days. That wouldn't happen with me. It's amazing to see people pursuing their passions, and really I think that's been my favorite part about joining the gym and starting to do all this, because I've gotten to know a lot of really great people that are doing this for funsies. I mean, not that they don't take it seriously, but it's for them, not for showing off, not for fighting, not for competing, but it's for them. And those are the people that almost always have something really fascinating going on in their lives. Big fashion designer, Fred, who fixes up antique slot machines and gambling machines. Like, that's awesome. Everyone that I have met there is really amazing in some very particular but off way. Like, you would never expect somebody to kind of refurbish vintage slot machines. You know, you know, obviously you would expect the pro guy to be big into wrestling stuff. Yeah. But, you know, the normal people, high couture fashion designer, like, hello, that's awesome. The young buck, little ninja, he has officially helped to enlarge and is really taking on the family business as far as the geckos and the other animals. It's getting bigger, and he's really excited. Unfortunately, that's taken away from his time at the gym. But, you know, fully support that. Who else? I meet so many awesome people. I really do. It's been a journey, and I am so much happier than I was 11 months ago. So thank you to Method MMA and Eddie and Chris and the other Eddie and all the other patient partners that I've had, and just you guys for listening to my crazy journey. Thank you. I love you guys. And please, if you're considering joining something, just go try, because it is a lot of fun. It really is. It is. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.